All right, guys, welcome back. Let's get started writing code. And so, first off, I just want to be very upfront about this. There are multiple ways to create websites. The most common one is to actually write the code in a text editor. However, there are methods where you can use a site builder or a graphical tool to point and click a website into existence, and we're not going to be covering that, and I would recommend against that at all times. And it's because, first of all, it's very limited and restrictive in what you can actually do. You have so much less control over the final version of whatever you're building than if you write the code. And if you're going to be a web developer, you are not allowed to use a point-click web site creator. So now that that's out of the way, we need a good text editor to write this code. Now, when we think about a text editor, we think about maybe Microsoft Word or Notepad, even, if you're on Windows. And Notepad, we can definitely write the code that we need to write in here. This is a little bit of HTML. And we can totally write that and save it, and that would run in the web browser as HTML code. So it's all text. That's all a website really is. However, this lacks a few fundamental and basic features that we need nowadays when writing web pages. And that is, first of all, syntax highlighting. As you can see here in the page behind, this is syntax highlighting. It's a different color for each type of statement within the page. And so this makes it incredibly easy to read through and navigate through the code that Notepad just doesn't have. And the second one is auto-completion or code completion. What this means basically is if I open up a tag here, what should happen is the closing tag would appear on the right-hand side of my cursor, and my cursor would stay here so that I can just start typing. That's another very important feature, and Notepad lacks both of them. So what I need you guys to do is go ahead and go over to atom.io, atom.io, and we're going to be downloading this text editor. So just click the download button. If you want to see other platforms, click that other platforms link. If you're on Mac or Linux, if you're on Linux, you're probably going to be installing from the package manager anyway, so that's not going to be a problem. If you guys are new to Linux and need help with that, let me know in the discussion for this video, and I will try and help you out with that. Make sure to get the correct version. If you have a 32-bit system, do not download a 64-bit installer. If you have a 64-bit system, feel free to download a 32-bit or a 64-bit installer. However, I recommend the 64-bit installer if you have a 64-bit processor and operating system. Now that that is out of the way, let's go ahead and launch it. It's going to make you install it, and it can take a few minutes. So if you guys want to pause the video now, that would be great. Now, what happens when you launch the text editor for the first time, you see this welcome screen, and we need to just close these files here. So, there we go. And I'm not sure, oh, that's loading from my, my web server directory, interesting. Let's remove that folder. So what we're going to be doing in this video, we're going to be working within here. Now, it has a file browser on the left-hand side, and it has the code. It will be a tabbed interface right here. So what we're going to be doing is right-click here, and I want you guys to click Add Project Folder. And what you need to do is find your project folder. If you don't have one yet, create one. I like to keep my projects all within a projects directory, and then each one in its own directory inside that. So for this course, I've created a web course directory, and we're going to be using that. Right now it is empty. Once you guys have your folder added to the project, go ahead and right-click and click New File, and we're going to name this index.html. So all HTML files that we create are going to have the HTML extension, and this is what you're going to see, a blank text editor. So what we're going to do something really simple right here. And do I have the ability to open a new window? Okay. Can I drag it? No. All right. We'll go ahead and open this in a moment. What we're going to do is type out just hello world. So no tags right now. We're just going to print out some text. I'm going to save it. And then here's my project directory here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag it and drop it into Chrome. And it's going to open it. And as you can see, there is my text exactly as I had written it here. So you've just written your first web page. Go out and make some money. No, I'm kidding. What we're going to be doing is, this was just a basic example to help you guys get set up. So in the next video, we're going to start learning about the individual tags and what an HTML tag